Hello, I am back at it again, like a rerun. I have returned, like a re. No, I sound stupid now. Oh man. Alright, I'm here to play the Battlefront 2 game, the new one at least, the new one. It's been a while since I played it, actually, or at least recorded it. I prefer to play the old one, honestly, just because it has more of the like Star Wars historical maps. It has Mustafar, Coruscant. Has well, Polis Massa even. I already said Mustafar. It has Magneto. It has Bespin. Oh, wait, I just realized Bespin is in the 2015 version, but not in the It's not in the this version. I just realized that. Why did I just go? Wait, no. Bespin is in this one. Just that it's only a TDM match. The Bespin one on dang. The Bespin one here is like only for like blast, which is basically TDM if you don't know. All right, so I'm gonna be dedicating this video to all this reinforcements, basically. Mainly this guy right here, this glorious BX droid commando. Mainly this one. Although I wish I was sniping, honestly. On this map, I like sniping, but it doesn't matter. For this one, I just want to play as the BX commando. I'll try to be very careful with this guy, okay? I only have like a... Trying to gun me down from all the way over there. Dang it, George. Oh wait, that's one of my oh man. Alright, now they're retreating. Alright, I'll charge it now.
Every droid must fight.
We have revealed new clone command posts. Secure them.
Perfect plane. Whoa. This was not a perfect plane. What's he doing here? Ooh, live down. Close encounter with the Anakin. What? Is he still behind me still? Oh, ooh. Who's that? Oh, that's down. Ooh, I can't. Well, I technically can't go through. Ooh. Anyway, what else? There's also some things about. I'm a big Star Wars fan. People don't really know that. If you don't know that about me, I'm a very big Star Wars fan. You can even call me a Star Wars nerd, Just throwing that out there, of course. Let's play the droid for this. No. Oh, no. God. This is default. Could never be me. A droidica against Anakin. Holy but sure. Watch how I jump. Just a small jump. One small step for droids, one small leap for droid kind. We're fighting for our rights, boys. For independence. If you actually watch like the Bad Batch episodes, right? You start to realize that the surface was probably onto something. If you watch, especially if you watch the one with Commander Cody in it, season 2, and they kind of have a point, like in a sense, of course. I'm not saying they were completely the good ones. I'm just saying, in a sense, they were totally wrong. Because the Republic was corrupt. I mean, they show it by turning into the Empire, and then forcing that one city to join them or else to perish. Hang her body in display to what did that guy say? What did that officer say? The officer said something along the lines of make the It was so stupid. Like, after he ordered Cody to kill her, right? He was like, no, I made a deal, I made a promise, right? Then, what's his name? Crosshair came out of nowhere and just shot her. Well, he didn't come out of nowhere, but he just butted in it and just shot her. And I was like, really, man? Really? And then, right? Oh, no. No. Whew. But yeah, it was just so stupid. Well, not stupid, but it's very, like, interesting that they're kind of honest that they were kind of corrupt, and technically they were. Think about it, since Chancellor Palpatine was Darth Sidious, and he just hid attack, and it doesn't really, and that line. There's this line in Revenge of the Sith, right? My favorite Star Wars movie of all time. It's definitely up there. Okay, that and Empire Strikes Back, God tier, becomes so. And those are the two best. Okay. Not to get me going. Oh, what? I can't fit in there, bro. My goodness. Ah, get away from me. Ooh, okay, I can just roll away. Yeah, it was interesting seeing that in the Bad Batch. What else? Oh yeah, and movies. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was about to say, Chancellor Palpatine, right? He said in Revenge of the Sith that he is the Senate, right? A lot of people didn't really understand that, or at least I think. But I know some people didn't really like that line, right? But it kind of makes sense if you watch the Clone Wars series, of course. Because, like, almost everything he says, the Senate just blindly agrees with him. It's so stupid, in my opinion. Like, they just blindly agree with him. Only Padme was really, like, opposing him, realistically speaking. And even then, it was lackluster. It was just ridiculous, in my opinion. And they actually just blindly followed him. And it shows that even in Revenge of the Sith, like, after the fact, and he just declares a new galactic empire, and everyone just agrees with him, and just starts cheering him on, and it's like, what? Why? Why are you cheering him on? Like, bro, like, when he said I am the Senate, like, he ain't wrong. That's the thing. When he said he is the Senate, he ain't wrong. He ain't right either, because like it's wrong. Seeing how corrupt the Senate really is, just blindly following whatever Chancellor Palpatine says, and just arguing. Like the only senators, right, in Star Wars, right, at the time, of course, in the Clone Wars era, that really wanted change was like Padme. Like, she was the only one that's like actually pursuing peace, right? Her and that Senator Chuchi, I can't. The senator from Pandora, I can't pronounce her name. Chuchi, that's what I think her name. Like, she was like, those two are like the ones that really want to change. Oh yeah, and Bail Organa. There was also Bail Organa. Sometimes I forget that he even exists sometimes. Just because when I think of the prequels, he's one of like the very last senators I actually think about. I think about him in like the Rebels, right? When the Galactic Civil War happened. And all that. Yeah. I gotta get out of here. I want to attack the barracks, not being this open field. Going back to the barracks. Ugh. Oh no. Oh. Yeah. Wait, someone save me. Ah. Oh, man, I couldn't use my abilities to roll away. Yeah, go back to the droid card. But yeah, it was sometimes I forget what I'm saying. I'll go to the backtrack. Bail Organa is like, I don't really think about it that much. When it comes to prequels. What else? What the glitch? Goodness. Why am I still here? Oh yeah, the way they treat the clone. Oh dude, the way it's so disrespectful, honestly. Like, very disrespectful. No, honestly, a little bit too disrespectful in my opinion. Like, the way they just disrespect him, like, they didn't just fight a war and then win, It's so disrespectful. What? I just put my overload on. walk around focus. I'm pushing them. Good job at it too. But yeah, the way they treat the clones like after the fact. I remember I watched that newest one, episode 12 of season 2. It like really, he honestly could have saved them, or at least tried to attempt it to, you know. But like that would have been a waste of resources. You and just like him are expendable. Like what? Why? But aren't these stormtroopers technically expendable as well? Using that logic, I mean they're technically the not the predecessors, but like the replacements for them. Aren't they also replaceable? Like what? You'd rather treat them? Like well, I don't understand why they discriminate against them. It's almost like I remember this actually too, because like a lot of things in Star Wars was like based off of World War II, right? Like the Jedi's are like Jews, you know, and all that, right? Now, not to get too deep into that, that's a whole different story. But my main point is kind of like in World War II, right? The Germans, right, and how they treated Jewish World War I veterans, right? That fought for Germany. Like there was this one. I remember I actually saw a picture of a picture of a World War I veteran, right, who was a Jew, and his store was about to be taken away from him. He was wearing his uniform and his Star of David, right? But they were trying to take his shop over. I remember seeing that picture too. Of course, I still remember that. But it was just so ridiculous in my opinion. All the things that clones did for them, right? And they were just treating them like they were just like discarded pieces of. They were treating them like they were droids, honestly. For droids, yeah, I mean, I guess you can say they're more expendable, even because they're actually cheaper to produce. Actually, honestly, if you think about it, right, the droids outnumbered the clones, right? The only reason why, the only reason why the Republic were winning some battles is because they had the Jedi on their hands, and the droids had to face off against that. You know, but the main point is that they're treating them like how the Germans were treating the World War I. It was so stupid, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but in my opinion, pretty stupid. I didn't like it. Like you honestly wanted to punch some in their faces. Not gonna lie. And then they always talk about how the clone loyalty is like, wait, Emperor Palpatine. I remember in that one scene he said, you cannot question, you cannot like what do you say? He said something about the clones like blindly following their orders. Like of course they, like you've seen what happens when the clones don't follow orders, or at least seeing what like they were like executing. That's what basically was happening. They were just executing. It was like they had no choice but to follow orders. It was actually just like the Germans in World War II. Because Germans in World War II during the what were they called? The Nuremberg trials, yeah. A lot of the German soldiers and high-ranking officers, just like Hermann Göring is a good example, but not for this specific one right here. But nonetheless, like a lot of the German soldiers back in said that they had to follow orders, or else they would have been shot and killed. That's the same thing that was happening to the clones, actually, in season 2. If you think about it, right? Because here's the thing. I think it was at the end of episode 2 or 3. It was when Rampart meets the clone that failed to get that when the Bad Batch broke into Count Dooku's like palace, right? Try to get the reward chest and all that. He basically said that you have an inaccuracy in your report. The Bad Batch report Clone Force 99 is reported to be dead, right? Well, no, sir, we confirmed it. I seen it with my own eyes. He's like, well, you have to falsify the information and all that, right? Because it'll make him look bad and everything. He's like, sir, I cannot falsify this information. And honestly, technically speaking, right? Both of them were following orders, but he followed the real orders, right? And because he didn't really follow his orders, he got shot and killed. It was ridiculous. Right? But at the same time, it was kind of like it's almost like the Germans in World War II. Some of them, in some cases, right, they had to follow orders, or they would have been shot. That's why there's like a new military rule in the German army, right? That states that that their soldiers don't have to follow orders if they're too inhumane. There's like German modern day German military. Oh my god. There's actually a new rule about that. Who's shooting it? You guys I don't use. Actually, why don't I just? Oh, man. Well. I'll play as Count Dooku. I do need to get this.
This is Dooku. What is the situation?
But yeah. Did we win? Yes!
Victory
Oh.
achieved. Clone production facilities will be shut
That's
down.
in this video.
Data
I
projections
subscribe. Thanks for
predict
watching.
the Republic
Hope you guys
will
enjoyed my
changes
rant
soon.
on Star Wars as a whole and comparing it to World War II. I mean, you can't lie. A lot of it was like based off of a lot of the things in Star Wars were based off of World War II. If you think about it, right? I know for a fact, right? I remember that the Battle of Camino was based off the Battle of Stalingrad. Just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.